is a specific type of governance failure I see all the time. The organization has a policy. They've thought about accountability. Leadership have been briefed on AI. And somebody says, "Can you show me the risk register?" And there isn't one. Can I see the vendor assessment for the tools you're using? Nothing. Where's the audit trail for the AI-assisted decisions over the last 6 months? Silence. Good intentions, no infrastructure. Today, let's fix that. The first 3 pillars of PAIGE gave you the rules, the responsibility, and the literacy to operate with AI. Governance mechanics is the layer that makes all of that real. It's not administration, it's infrastructure. Here's the distinction. The AI policy says that all AI tools must be assessed before deployment. A governance mechanic is that assessment process. The form, the person who runs it, and the record that proves it's happened. One is the rule, the other is the system that implements that rule. Most organizations have some rules, but they don't have the systems to implement them. There are 4 core mechanics: the risk register, vendor assessment, audit trail, and review cycle. I'll take you through each one of them now. Okay, the risk register just has to be a simple spreadsheet. The risk register might be the most important document you don't have. It's a live record of every AI system that is active in your organization, the risk each one introduces, and the person accountable for managing that risk. Here's what each entry needs: the tool name, the business process it supports, the data it processes, the risk it introduces, and I suggest thinking in 3 categories: data risk, decision risk, and dependency risk, and then the current mitigations in place, and the named owner. That's it. You can build a working risk register in 1 hour. Not a sophisticated one, a working one. The critical discipline is maintaining it as a live document. When a new tool gets deployed, it goes in. When a tool is retired, it gets taken out. When a risk materializes, you record what happened and what changed. The risk register that only gets updated at an annual review is a historical record. It's not a governance tool. Mechanic 2, the vendor assessment. Every AI tool your organization uses has a data processing agreement and terms of service. Most organizations have not read them carefully. This is where significant governance risk sits. I've reviewed contracts for clients where terms of service explicitly permitted the provider to use the submitted data to train their models. I've seen contracts where data residency is not specified. I've seen contracts where the liability position was so one-sided it would have been unacceptable in any other procurement context. Here are the 5 questions your vendor assessment must answer for every AI tool that processes personal data or is used in a decision context. 1. Where are data processed and stored? Data residency matters. Does the vendor use submitted data for model training? If yes, under what conditions? And can we opt out? What happens to our data when the contract ends? What are the vendor's incident notification obligations? What are the AI-specific liability and indemnity terms? You don't need to have a full legal audit for every tool. Use a tiered approach. Low-risk productivity tools get a lightweight check. Tools that process personal data or are used in decisions get a full 5 questions. Mechanic 3, the audit trail. The audit trail is the most frequently skipped governance mechanic and the one with the most significant consequences when it's absent. When a complaint arrives or a regulatory inquiry begins, the first question is, can you show us what your AI system did, on what basis, with what data, and with what outcome? The answer is no. The absence of that trail is itself treated as poor governance. You lose the ability to defend your position before the investigation has even started. A functional audit trail captures 4 things for each AI-assisted decision or output that matters. The decision event, what the AI produced, the context, the inputs that generated it, the human action, what a person did with the outputs, and the outcome, what happened as a result. For low-risk routine users, a structured log in a shared document or a workflow tool is absolutely fine. For higher risk users, decisions that affect customers, employees, or commercial relationships, you need something more formal. Logging a process with a defined retention period. Start somewhere. An imperfect audit trail is infinitely better than no audit trail at all. So mechanic 4, a review cycle. Governance mechanics without a review cycle just decay. Your risk register becomes stale. Your vendor assessments go out of date when the terms change. Your audit trail accumulates data that nobody looks at. Governance review is a structured meeting held on a defined schedule with a documented output. What it covers: is the risk register accurate and complete? Do any vendor assessments need updating? Is the audit trail functioning correctly? Have any incidents or near misses occurred since the last review? What actions are outstanding from the previous reviews? If you're at the early stages of deploying AI in relatively low risk areas, probably every 6 months will do. If you are in a highly regulated area, if you're doing work that is considered high risk, if you're moving quickly, deploying quickly, then you probably need to do it much more frequently than that. I said in the title that you can build your AI governance system in 90 minutes. And here's what I mean by that. 30 minutes, build a risk register, list every AI tool in active use, fill in the columns, name the owners. 30 minutes, run the 5-question check on your top 3 AI tools. Know anything that needs a follow-up. Final 30 minutes, set up the audit log template for your highest risk AI use cases. Even a spreadsheet with dates, tools, input summary, output summary, action taken, outcome. That's 90 minutes. It's not a mature governance program, but it gets you going. And as I said, having something is better than nothing at all and gives you something to build from. So this week, build your risk register. That's one task. List every AI tool your organization uses. Know what data each one processes. Name the person who owns each one. Then look at the list and say, are there tools on there that no one's assessed yet? Are there tools on there that I genuinely don't know what the data terms are? They're the ones to work on first. I built a 10-stage AI governance framework specifically for this task. Policy templates, risk registers, vendor assessment frameworks, audit trail structures, board briefing documents. The link is in the description. The full post for this video is also linked down below. Next up is E for ethics, the final pillar, for the one that makes this whole system mean something. See you in the next one.